you guys want to know what is going on with this recovery house, with this whole situation. Hey, Exotic Vixen, what are all the details? So let me start by saying, somebody's saying louder. I'm talking on my headphones. I think the microphone is somewhere here. So I don't know, hopefully you guys can hear me. I am in Fort Worth, Texas. So hopefully we got good signal out here. So let me start by saying how this entire recovery house decision to open this recovery house, how it started. So somebody's saying that they can't hear me. Let me know if you guys can hear me, if it's just her or if it's everybody that can't hear me. So you guys know that I was down there in the DR for a month, April, May. I was down there for a month. And while I was down there, a lot transpired in regards to my clients that were down there. They were at the recovery house that I was using at the time for my customers. Some of the situations that they were in regards to just being put into these rental places that are not recovery houses, but are just random houses that are short-term rentals that are not equipped for people after surgery, that are they weren't getting snacks, they weren't getting good food, they were getting rice every day. One girl was telling me, she's like, the cook doesn't ask us what we want to eat, they just make whatever. They're not given options. She worked so hard to lose weight, that why would she want to eat white rice every day? So taking all that into consideration, being down there, like I said, for that entire month, a lot of people started showing me their true colors in regards to who they are, what kind of people they are, what is their true motives and intentions for being in the medical tourism business. And let me tell you guys something right now. I just made a post with a picture where I am almost 3.5 months post-op from my first surgery. And this entire surgery platform started initially because when I was doing my research in 2017 to have surgery in 2018, I would be in 1,000,001 of these Facebook groups. And what I observed was people constantly, a lot of newbies, a lot of people that have not had surgery, constantly they're in these Facebook groups arguing, fighting, bickering, making nasty ass comments to each other, saying derogatory shit. Oh, it's freezing and buffering. Okay. Well, let me know if you guys are hearing me. And nobody was giving helpful information. It was a bunch of newbies that don't know shit about shit, that are answering people's questions, and they're not giving the correct answer because, again, they don't know anything about anything, and they're just answering based on, I guess, what they've seen maybe somebody else said. So they just, everybody's repeating the same shit. When I had my surgery, the same Facebook groups, I was back in there asking for help for my leaking belly button, because my surgeon, obviously, he didn't know what the hell to do either. And he kept telling me, put Tecasol. Tecasol is not working, okay? That's how I came up with my incision guide, because I had to do trial and error until I figured out what worked for me. So, these vets that are in these Facebook groups, nobody was giving help. They would have their surgery and they would never come back to these groups. A lot of them do it with Instagram too. They would, be on Instagram active before they've had surgery, and then when they have surgery, nobody's coming back to social media. Nobody's coming back and paying it forward and helping anybody with questions or situations, or just giving their experience so others know who's coming behind them, what to expect. And that's how my platform started, where I really just wanted to start sharing information and helping people by telling them what I went through, certain things that I could have done differently, trial and error, so to speak, that I went through, and just share, just share with what it is that I know, what I would experience, what I had. And I mean, to be very honest with you, for the life of me, I'm going to ask Jesus this question when I go to heaven, because I know I'm going there, right? When I die, I'm going to ask Jesus this question. Since I started sharing information, before I became surgery bait, about you, but anyway, they would just say really nasty things about me and to me. And I really never and still don't understand what is the nasty attitude and behavior behind some of these people. And I actually have a video that I'm going to post a little bit on my feed from Darius Cooks, because I love following him, on social media. And he was talking about, people they hate your greatness. They hate the fact that you're putting in all the hard work and you're being great, and they are just there not doing anything with their lives, not making an effort, not making an attempt to do anything. And people who are doing the hard work and sacrificing, they're mad about that. And it's funny because my husband and I used to talk about this even before surgery bay and whatever, where as truckers that we work so hard, and when we do go on vacation, we go all out. We spend a lot of money, we have a good time, no expenses spared, because we work 7 days a week. And it's funny that we used to talk about that, and now it's the same thing that I'm seeing in the plastic surgery community. So I say all of that to say that Surgery Bay, the platform, started because I want to help people. But as my greatness, I guess, my helpfulness, my niceness, people started attacking me and saying really nasty stuff about me, and they would follow me and use all my advice and use all my tips and tricks and still talk shit about me for being helpful. That's when I decided, okay, I'm not going to be giving all this information for free anymore. People who are genuinely interested in showing that they have a good journey without complications and know all what that they need to do before, during, and after plastic surgery, I'm going to start charging for it. And that's what I did. And that started with, me giving the consultancy services. And now it's blossomed into, beyond that, now into the plastic surgery packages. And from that now, it's into the recovery house. And the recovery house, like I said initially, for the people who weren't listening because they didn't join earlier, is because when I went down there in April, May, and I saw what was being done to my people, that really pissed me off. Because yes, everybody's in business to make money. Everybody is in business not for charity. We want to make a profit line. I'm not a trucker because I like driving around the country for free. No, I'm in business because I like making money. And it's the same thing with the recovery house business, with medical tourism, things like that. But what I do not agree with is during that time, which was the busy season, tax season, that John and Altagracia, especially Altagracia, because you guys are like, oh, she's so nice. I used to think that too. Oh, she's so nice because, she has always had that smile on her face, whatever. Come to realize that she is the biggest snake in the grass. That she is literally plotting on people with a smile on her face. And they want to grasp and grab all that money because it's busy. So instead of telling people, no, I don't have room for you, my recovery house is booked, what do? She knows, and I know this because I'm telling you what I know, because I'm telling you what she told me. She knows this realtor guy, and he rents these places, like the owners live in America, or they have rental properties, and she needs a short-term rental, and he will rent it to her. Like they have this condo apartment that's around the corner. That's the one that my customer was in, and she got kicked out of in the middle of the night, minutes before curfew started, which is the police will arrest your ass if you're out there and you don't have a valid reason why you're out there in the streets. And then of course the language barrier, and I'm gonna give you guys a story about that just now. So she's putting people in all these short-term rental properties instead of telling them, no, the recovery house is full. Now these people are going to these short-term rental properties that may have a bed and a couch, but there is no comfort. There is no, I don't want to say luxury, but there is no comfort. There is no, like one of my customers told me, where she was staying with the other girls in that house up there in like an hour outside getting to the clinic, because that's how far with traffic it is. She said I brought them a fruit platter, and I brought them like some fruit, like natural fruit juices, like let's say cold pressed juices. And I asked her, I was like, so what have they been feeding you guys in this house? Because that's not the recovery house. She said that the snacks that you brought us is the only snacks we ever got. They would just cook whatever food, and there was no snacks. There was no smoothies. There was no fresh fruit. There was no pineapple juice. Right now in the DR, it's pineapple season. Pineapple is 4 pineapples, 4 whole pineapples for 100 pesos. That's $2 US. $2 US for 4 entire whole pineapples. So you're paying somebody $1,000 or $1,200 or whatever for the recovery house. They cannot invest $2 US to buy pineapples to make sure that you have fresh pineapple juice. So I'm gonna give you guys the 100% lowdown exactly what is happening with this recovery house. And I'm honestly moved to tears right now because it really bothered me. It really bothered me, and it really hurt my heart that people are trusting me with their lives, with their well-being, and I am now entrusting these people with my customers, and that's what they're doing to them. That really, really, really hurt my feelings so bad. I was willing to bypass John on his sexual harassment bullshit because I know men are assholes. You know, I deal with men in this trucking industry every day. But to see that this is what they were doing to my customers really, really hurt my feelings. Especially the one girl that literally hours before she is scheduled for surgery, that Alta Gracia go over there and kick this girl out into the streets and tell her, you need to leave now. Here's your $500 back, because she was only staying a week. And I don't need for you to feel like I'm robbing you for $500. Those were her exact words. As a woman, how do you do that to somebody? This girl is a black American girl. She does not speak Spanish. And after 8 p.m. in the night, when curfew is starting at 9 p.m., you kick her out and tell her she needs to leave? She had to call an Uber. I didn't know any of this until the next day. She told me all of this happened. She didn't even tell me when this was happening. The girl never messaged me and said, Jermaine, this is what they're doing. What do I do? Because you guys know I would have picked my ass up and go down there to help her. That she literally had to call an Uber, find a hotel on her phone, and go check into the hotel, and then hours later go for surgery in the morning. I mean, as a woman, I don't even understand how she could do that to another woman. Seriously. Because we've been out there after curfew and have been pulled over by the police. And let me tell you, thank God we had Elaine in the car with us, because we were going to the airport to pick up her boyfriend. So that's why we were out after curfew. And she was there to tell them, we're in the car because here's his flight. We're going to the airport to pick him up. And still, we had to call, not we, she had to call her brother, who is a police officer, to get him on the phone to tell the other police officer to let us go. Because even that was an issue for them. Why are 3 people in the car going to the airport? It should only be 2 people. It shouldn't be whatever. It shouldn't be the 3 of you guys. So just me experiencing it for myself, how the police in the DR act and how they behave when you're outside after curfew, I can tell you how scary that must have been for that girl. So I can't imagine not speaking Spanish. In the night, you have to call an Uber and then find a hotel, and don't know what the hell kind of Uber driver is going to come pick you up as a single woman in the night, in the dark. Because we all know sun goes down at 6 p.m. in the DR, 6:50. So it's dark after 8 in the night. So all of that honestly motivated me, or pushed me into, you know what, I really need to take the next step and take control of the entire situation or experience that I am going to be giving to people, which is the Surgery Bay package. When I tell you your surgery is confirmed with the doctor, your recovery house, your post-op care, which is most important beyond the surgery, your driver, your overnight nurse. Now having the recovery house, I can say that now I am in way more control, that I can ensure that people are going home alive, healthy, their well-being is taken care of, they're being given the proper nutrition, the proper food, the proper care post-op, the proper everything, because now I will be there. So yes, this is what I am going to be doing, and you guys are hearing it first. I am going to be quitting being a trucker. I am moving to the Dominican Republic to live permanently, full-time, and my husband and my dog will be in America. So I will be seeing my husband and my dog once a month, and I will be literally living in the DR full-time. I will be at the recovery house, making sure that the staff is doing exactly what they're supposed to do. Not I'm there and I leave and I have somebody to manage the house, and then I'm hearing from my people, oh, they're lazy, they're doing this, they're doing that, they're doing the other. So that's what I'm doing. That is the sacrifice that I am doing. Because this entire platform, like I said, the way it started, you know, with me honestly wanting to help people, because I know how good I feel. I know how life-changing my plastic surgery was for me, and how happy life is now, how much happier it has made me, and you know, that level of self-confidence, and that just daily being you know, I don't even know how to put it into words. Until you have plastic surgery and you experience that change in your body, and you experience that way that you feel, the way that, you know, mentally, your mental changes a lot. I'm hearing the police. So sorry about that. So until you experience that, you know, that's why I always start my post when I say service to others, service to others, service to others. Because really this is honestly for me a labor of love. You know, for you guys that have been following me a while, you know that I had a hysterectomy last year, so I cannot have children naturally, a vaginal birth then. I can only have children by in vitro. Not me, sorry, a surrogate. I'm saying in vitro. Well, in vitro too. I can only have children with a surrogate. And you know, it's funny because I always, when I talk about my customers and my clients, this whole thing feels like, you know, that maternal side of me, I guess, comes out, because I feel like everybody, even though they're my age or even older than me, some of my customers, they feel like my babies. You know, like I want to ensure and make sure everybody has a good experience, everybody gets through this whole process unscathed, without having complications, without having any kind of problems, and they go back home to their families even better than when they came down to the DR. Which is also one of the reasons why I choose to work with the doctors I'm working with, and I do not want to expand my doctor pool, so to speak, and work with other doctors. If other doctors want to send their customers to my recovery house, great. But I really don't want to start going and working with any of these doctors that are internet famous, because I know what comes with that. I know what comes with that internet famous doctor that has a room full of people every day, that has, you know, 5-6 patients every day rostered, scheduled to have surgery. And I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to deal with anybody being in my house and having any kind of crazy post-op complications, whatever, because they went to one of these internet famous doctors that did dumb shit to them. Like one girl messaged me yesterday, she went to Dietary. She did not ask for arm lipo. She went for a tummy tuck. Whoever did her surgery, and I say whoever because we all know Dietary is not doing those 7 to 9 girls a day. That was confirmed that he's doing that much a day. They lipo the woman's arm without her permission, because she was never supposed to have that. And now her arm healed with all these dents and grooves in her arm. Like her arms are, I don't want to say botched, but you could see the noticeable difference. Like, what the hell? You know, and that's because it's uneven lipo that whoever did to her. So I can only assume it is an assistant practicing on this woman. You know, so that's why when I say I don't want to expand my network to other doctors, especially internet famous doctors, I'm happy with the 3 that I have that are still low-key. They're not doing ridiculous number of women a day. Most days Rami do 1, 2 max. Most days Rami do 1. Yeah, most days he do 1. And his follow-ups and his, you know, checking on you and things like that. You know, so no, it's not fibrosis she has. It's uneven lipo. So the cannula, the wand that they stick in you to do the lipo, it literally left grooves all over her arm. So that's what it is. It's not fibrosis. So that's what is going to be happening, guys. I am going to be moving to the Dominican Republic in July. You know what? Let me tell you guys something about that before I talk about that some more. When I initially started this talk about, you know what, I think I want to open my own recovery house, I asked John and Altagracia for help. And one of the things, one of the first things was I wanted to open a bank account in the DR. The next thing is to legally live in the Dominican Republic. My husband and myself, we have to apply for a residency. So that is also in the works right now. I already have a lawyer taking care of that. It's a lot of paperwork that I have to do back and forth with America, with my own country of birth and my husband's country of birth. So that is going to take a little time. But this is what, let me tell you guys how easy it was to open a bank account, and let me tell you guys what John and Altagracia told me. Both of them. And this is, I'm so thankful that all these people with these ill intentions and wrong motives was shown to me early enough before I got myself this deep monetarily in the investment that I'm making. Because I'm going to be very honest with you guys, this investment I'm making is not credit cards. Everything in the DR I have to pay for cash, and they want US, not pesos, unless I go like the furniture that I'm getting custom made for the house. I paid the furniture man in pesos. I am spending about $75,000 US in cash to open this house. You guys heard correctly. Like, I'm laying the cards all out on the table. If you guys feel that this is some kind of cheap little game I'm playing, whatever, this is not. This is a big ass investment, a big ass move, a big ass sacrifice I am making for you guys, because you guys are the one that's going to benefit. In the interim, until my husband decides to move down there to live, he's going to be giving up a lot. Seeing me, my dog, she already have this heart condition, you all know that, and she was going to be coming to the DR with me, but now she cannot, because as of July 14th, the CDC has decided to put the Dominican Republic on the prohibited rabies list of countries, and if she comes to the DR, she can never go back to America until they raise that prohibited list, and I don't think they're going to be doing that anytime soon, to be very honest. So she has to stay in America until my husband decides he's ready to move to the DR and bring her with him, and then God willing, sometime in the future they'll lift it and she'll be able to go back and forth whenever I go to Miami, you know. So somebody said the property has a pool. No, it does not have a pool, Morgan. What are you going to be doing in the pool? You had surgery, you're going to have incisions. But what was I going to say? So the open a bank account in the Dominican Republic, all you have to do is go with your passport to the bank. They will ask you for your passport and your driver's license, and then they will run your whatever background stuff, and then they'll tell you come back in like in a week's time, like in 7 days or whatever, and once they do their background check, they will open the bank account for you. That is it. That is it. That's it. I have a pesos account now and a US dollar account open now with the bank. When I told John and Altagracia I need to open the bank, let me tell you what they did. She went with me to this little raggedy little bank, and I say raggedy because the bank is like a very small bank and it's not well known in the DR or whatever. Again, I don't speak Spanish, so I don't know what she and the person in the bank is talking, whatever. She told me afterwards, oh, you can't open the bank. They said you cannot open the bank account because you need to be to have your paperwork showing that you are a legal resident to live and work here in the Dominican Republic. Without that, they cannot open the bank account. And we left the bank. When I told the two of them, after this now, months later now, when I go back to the DR and I said, hey, so-and-so told me about this bank, this particular bank, and they said that I could just go with my passport and open the account. Both of them, my husband was there, other people were there that can vouch and said, yes, I'm telling the truth. Both of them started saying, oh my God, no, don't go to that bank. That bank is it's not a good bank. They're probably going to go out of business and you're going to lose your money in the bank. horrible bank. And I went to the same bank, opened the account. It took me, like I said, just that, giving them my passport and driver's license, coming back, open the account, deposit the money. They have an app, everything. Show me the people at the bank, show me how to use the app and how to use the different features that the app comes with and whatever. And these are supposed to be my friends. So that was just the icing on the cake. But really, for me, really what really upset me and what really got me angry and hurt, whatever, was the way they were treating my people. Just taking their money and then doing whatever bullshit, they wanted to them. And the proper nutrition and whatever, I grew up poor, guys. You guys may not know this about me. I grew up poor in Trinidad in a little sugarcane village. And food is something I could never deny people. Whenever people are begging on the side of the road or whatever, and they're like, oh, can you give me money to buy something to eat, whatever, I literally take people into the damn store and be like, what do you want? I'll pay for it. So I cannot say no to people when it comes to food. And the thing that these girls were talking about, they wouldn't get enough food, they wasn't getting snacks, they wasn't getting, like a variety of food. Every day is the same damn rice and beans the cook is cooking. Who's to say it's not the same shit that they were serving them over and over? Because when I was there, and they had their barbecue on Friday, one of the girls who was there was telling me that on Tuesday, the barbecue from Friday, that they were getting barbecue chicken to eat. And no grill, they didn't smell the smoke on any grill. So how the hell 5 days later you serving people old food? Because you don't want to throw it away and take that as a business loss, right? As a business owner, that's what you have to do. Getting mushy vegetables. How hard is it to cook real raw vegetables that you would buy, frozen vegetables that turns to mush and serve people? So all of that, like I said, is what motivated me to start this recovery house, to make this big ass investment, to make this big ass sacrifice. After 10 years of being married to my husband, we've been married 10 years, we've been together almost 15 years. Now we are going to be in a long distance relationship. Because that's what it is. We are going to be in a long distance relationship. And one thing I have to honestly say is that I know that whatever I put my mind to, my hand to, whatever, it always prospers. And the reason why is because I have the right motives or the right intentions. I don't have to do this. I don't have to be like, what? I want to make a change. I want to make a change in the surgery community. I want to make a change in people's lives. I want to make a change in, the way things are done, shake up the industry, let these people get their shit together, set the bar, a certain standard or whatever. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing. Like today when I posted that the downstairs is going to have, the air-conditioned units are going to be downstairs, which is the living room, dining room, massage room, the entryway. All of that area is going to be fully air-conditioned. Why? Because when I went to John and Alta Gracia's, recovery house, only the bedroom has AC. They would not invest, right, a couple $100 and buy an AC unit to put in the living room. So now you're stuck in your bedroom. 24/7 you're stuck in there, because who wants to be in a tight ass faja in 90-degree weather and be sweating and miserable outside? You want to stay in the air condition. So now you're like in a little box for the 2 weeks you're there. Going outside into the patio area, going into the living room, whatever, is ridiculous. So I'm not gonna lie to you guys, those AC units, to put AC units in the entire house, upstairs and downstairs, it literally cost me, and I'm gonna give you the exact number, almost $9,000 US, not pesos, US is what it cost me. And that's just the AC units. We're not talking about all the furnishings, we're not talking about all the linen and everything, and all the TVs, because everything is brand new. Nothing is being bought secondhand or used or whatever. Everything is brand new in the house. Everything. Down to the damn pot, the spoon, the plate, the glass, everything. The furniture, the TVs, everything is brand new in the house. So you guys that are going to be coming from August 1st, because I have my, I have customers that's coming from August 1st. They're going to be getting everything brand new to use. So it's a labor of love. It's a labor of love. It's a labor of love. This is the legacy I want to leave in the surgery community. That the day I die, people are always going to remember Surgery Bay did her best. She did her best to make sure that everybody, or at least everybody who come to my house, everybody who's my clients, had the best. Like, I'm getting so emotional, and I can't blame it on period or anything because I don't even have a uterus, right? So I can't even say it's crazy hormones. But yep, that's the sacrifice we are making. I am making, my husband is making, my dog is making right now. I mean, I've always wanted to move back to the Caribbean to live. We were always talking about, should we go to the Bahamas, where he's from, or should we go to Trinidad? We actually bought a house in Trinidad last year, just when COVID was starting in March, you know, with the intention of we were going to retire and move there. So now we're probably just going to have to rent that out because we're not moving there to live. We're moving to the DR to live. And I've always wanted my dog, her last years of her life, you know, to be in the islands, you know, for her to be in that warm weather, because now she has a congenital heart disease. I don't know how long she's going to be alive for, to be very honest. Some days, you know, you can hear the fluid affecting her really badly, you know, where she's coughing a lot because it's affecting her lungs and her heart. So I don't know how much longer she has, but I want her last days to be in the Caribbean. Bahamian, but he doesn't have an accent because he came to Miami when he was like 12 to live, so he really doesn't have a Bahamian accent anymore. I think he just has, and he doesn't have an American accent either. I think he just kind of speaks proper because people don't know he's from the Bahamas when they hear him talk either. You're about to carry the industry on your back by setting this bar so high, and that majority of the lot is the actual house. It's a big ass house. Like seriously, it's a big ass house. So there is no backyard. There's no backyard with grass to go and hang out, whatever. I honestly don't know who the heck wants to go out there in that hot ass sun in a backyard. But I am going to have a patio area, like a patio outside seating downstairs if people want to go out there and relax because they want to get out of the house. You know, they can. There's going to be in front of the house, there's a little patio in front of the house by the front door. There's going to be seating there as well. People can go and sit there and hang out if they want to be on their phone, whatever. construction done downstairs right now where the kitchen and the living area, it was open concept, but we're closing that entire area off where the kitchen will now be a whole wall covering it. It'll have a door to enter the kitchen. And the reason why is because I don't want all that food smell as they're cooking and permeating the entire house, because it's going to go upstairs into the hallway, into the bedrooms and so forth. So we're closing off the entire kitchen, so that's going to be blocked off. This week they're actually doing the construction on that, building that wall, and I'm getting built like a bookcase style wall so I can do some decor, you know, on the wall, because that's where the dining room table and dining table would be. So you come in the house. When you walk in the house, to the right is going to be the nurses station where they're going to greet you when you come in. There's going to be seating there, like if you come downstairs from your bedroom and you want to sit on a bench and wait for the driver to come pick you up, or you want to sit in the living room, you can. So that nurses area is going to have benches as well where you guys can sit. It's going to have the massage room down in one corner. And then when you come into the rest of the house, it's the dining room, and then we're going to have a TV area, and then I'm going to have a little family room area with a sectional, and then I'm going to have, it's a big house, another area which is like a little reading area. Well, people will read, right? People on their phones. But that little reading area is going to be a recliner, so you can, you know, relax there, because I mean that's one of the things my customers were telling me, that they wanted recliners in the living room also, because the sectional and the couch was kind of uncomfortable for them. So I'm gonna have a recliner there in that reading area, which is like the family room area. We're gonna have the custom made sectional sofa, and then it's a 55-inch TV I'm putting up down there where you're gonna be sitting to watch TV. That is also a recliner couch that has two recliners on either ends of the couch built in. Now when you go upstairs, it's 5 bedrooms. 5 bedrooms, each bedroom has its own bathroom. So there is no, like if you guys want the plastic surgery and cut and red, where the girl said, my customer said, oh, at Butterfly Recovery House number 2, it was 6 of us using one bathroom. No. By law, each bedroom is supposed to have its own bathroom, which is why one of the rooms that's going to be a triple room, because it's a huge room, I am having an entire bathroom, what do you call it, shower, toilet, sink, faucet, everything built there. I'm going to post the picture so you guys can see it, or probably the video so you guys can see it, because this week they're finishing that. They're tiling it and putting in all the fixtures and stuff like that. So that room actually has a really nice big patio. Oh my god, I love it. It has a big patio. It has, you guys who are from the Caribbean, you may know what this fruit is. Dilly, or we say sapodilla in Trinidad. It has a dilly tree right there that has a little branch overhanging the balcony. So if you actually want to pick the fruit, you can. But I'm going to be putting patio furniture out there. So the people who are in that room, that triple room, and it's huge. It's going to have a corner where the recliner is, that they can relax in that corner. Because of course you're not going to decorate it where it's going to be a cozy little, you know, lamp and table and probably a plant and whatever. And then it's going to have the 3 beds. It's going to have its own bathroom, shower, and that big nice patio. The other bedrooms, there's another one that's going to be a triple. That one does have a small balcony, but the balcony in that one, it has the stairs to go up to the 3rd floor, which is like a rooftop, like hangout spot. But I'm gonna keep that locked because I don't want anybody going up there, because I don't want anybody slipping, falling, whatever. I don't know. I don't want anybody having an accident and breaking, you know, falling off the roof or some shit. So I'm gonna lock that. So that other large 3-bedroom also has double sinks, standing shower. All my bathrooms have the shower where you have the detachable head with the hose. So when you are shower bathing, when my nurses are shower bathing you, there should be no issue where, oh, you have to use baby wipes. You can't take a surgery shower, or a surgery bath, I should say. So that makes it a lot easier to, you know, soap you up, soap your arms up, take the hose, rinse your arm off, whatever. And 3-in-1 generator, and that is to ensure that if the electricity goes and they have to turn on the generator, that the air condition will still work. So it's not going to be like you guys are in sweltering heat and the TV and the fridge works but not the air condition. So that is going to be a big ass generator to power all 5 air conditioned units in each bedroom. All bedrooms are going to have a hospital bed. That's the law, and I'm doing everything legitimately by the law, because again, I'm pretty sure that when my recovery house opens, I am going to get a bunch of haters wanting to run me out to the DR, put me out of business because I'm making their business look bad, report me to Salud Publica, which is the Ministry of Health. So I already have all the rules and regulations from Salud Publica, what is needed for the house, what needs to be done to get certification, to be in compliance with all laws, all regulations. So that's how we're doing it. Everything is going to be legit. Like, there is no room for error. The person I'm working with, who is my business consultant, is even more strict than I am when it comes to doing everything legally the legitimate way. For example, Surgery Bay is now a legitimate legal corporation in the Dominican Republic. Literally, Surgery Bay Corporation is now legitimately in the Dominican Republic. All the paperwork was done to file for that. So what else is there upstairs? So there's two rooms with balconies. There's another room that has the balcony as well. That room, I think, is going to probably be a double based on the size. And there's going to be 2 triple rooms, 2 double rooms. It could actually be 3 double rooms and then 1 single. So one of the double rooms, when somebody wants to be a single or a private room, it will still have 2 beds in the room, but I would give it to them as a private room. So literally the house will hold 12 beds, 12 people when fully booked. In regards to the pricing and the rates, I'm still trying to decide on that. What to charge for, the triple, double, and single. The massages, I spoke to the masseuse, and the massages are going to be, if you get 10 massages or more, $25. Now, you guys all know massages are $35 and $40. So the masseuse is giving me, and that's the 2 masseuses that I'm using, who is on my packages in my highlights on IG, well, here on IG, right? Which is Dr. Jean Billy and then Gloria Espinal. And I'm choosing to use both of them because I know some people are not comfortable with having a man massage them. And especially what the hell happened with John sexually harassing me. Obviously, I did not know that he had all these nasty thoughts in his head and was doing my massages for 2 rounds. So I can understand completely now why some women do not want a man massaging them. So Gloria is going to be the masseuse, and Dr. Jean Belly is going to be the masseuse for whoever wants to use either of the 2 of them. So if you're getting 10 massages or more, it's going to be $25. If you're getting less than 10, it's going to be $30 per massage. So it's not going to be where you have to pay me in advance for, let me pay you for 10 massages, whatever, and then you don't use it. No, you will pay the masseuse yourself when they come daily gonna have Fire Stick on it. The Fire Stick, I don't know if Hulu is going to work, because I have Hulu, Prime Video, and Netflix. So I don't know if the Hulu is going to work, because Hulu, when I try to do it in Trinidad, my country, which is the Caribbean, it gives some kind of message about it's not in the, but it can't work because it's some kind of whatever license and whatever with where you are. So I know Netflix should work and Prime Video should work. So yeah, I'm gonna get the Fire Stick. I don't know what you call it, break, whatever. When I go to Miami in July, well, the next couple of weeks, there's somebody who's gonna do it for me. So all the TVs are gonna have a Fire Stick on it. All 5 in each bedroom and the one downstairs in the living area. What else can I tell you guys about the house? What we're doing? Let me see. Let me read some of you guys' comments and I'll think what else I can figure. There's so much stuff to tell you guys, and then I'll remember after the live is over, right? Our package price is going to be the same with the recovery house. So the package price. So let me ask you guys that actually. The current package price as is going to remain like that for now. If you book the recovery house by itself because you're going to a different doctor, and again guys, I have no problem when people go to other doctors and staying at my recovery house. You don't have to book a surgery package to stay at the recovery house. That's 2 separate, entities. So if you want to stay at the recovery house and go to Cabral or whoever, I'm fine with that. You're going to get the best post-op care I can give you, right? The doctors that I will not accept, and that's because they've been doing all kind of crazy shit to people, and I don't want to deal with that. Desenia, Yili, Felix Almanzar. Because those kind of burns, 3rd degree deep ass wound and burns that these people are giving, or Desenia is giving especially, I don't even want to deal with that. That is way beyond my scope. I can help people with little small lipo burns, because my hubby had 2 that I help heal as well. But not know half your leg and half your back and whatever is 3rd degree. No, we're not dealing with that. So those are the doctors that is not, those patients are not allowed to come to the recovery house, because yes, when people are booking, and I have had customers booked as of yesterday since I announced it. Some people were already jumping on it. I do ask what procedure, what doctor, what date, what clinic. Because of course we need to know that, your emergency contact information, if something would have happened to you, who we need to contact, what doctor, what clinic we need to take you to, right? Let me see what you guys are saying. So yes, that package price and the recovery house price would be completely 2 different things. What I am considering doing is, now that I have the recovery house myself, is changing the surgery bay packages where it includes everything now. Of course the price is going to go up. Your boppy pillow, your boards, your lipo foam, your faja, everything. Where you don't have to walk with anything, supplies, everything is going to be included. All you got to do is walk with like a change of clothes. Whatever clothes you're going to wear whenever you have to go to your doctor for your follow-up. Like seriously, that would be it. Every single supply that you would need would be included in the price. And like I said, of course the price is going to change. Or I can probably put that as a separate package and that says if you want to add on the VIP package, you can. Which is again all those other things I just spoke to just now there for you guys. Is the recovery house going to have a single room? Yes, it is. It's going to have a single room. Will Toll House now be a part of the packages? Toll House? I don't understand that. Toll House? Offer vegan food? Of course. I was going to post that actually today. Food. Okay, so let's talk about that for a second. Let me read it in the comments and then we'll talk about the food options. You want to bring your boyfriend and he is vegan. Okay. So I actually used to be vegan, like strict ass vegan too, a couple of years ago before I started trucking with my husband. And I was home, so I had the time to, cook all this stuff and prep all this stuff, because vegan food is a lot of prep. It's not no open a can of beans, right? So I have a whole list of vegan options for breakfast, lunch, and dinner to give people. Different things like not just, salads. Excuse me, not just salads, But different things like for example, like for breakfast, you can make like hummus wraps or with veggies, or like avocado toast. I think I froze for a minute. Avocado toast, or different kind of muffins or things that are made with like apple butter or apple sauce instead of eggs as a binder. Because I used to, like I said, I used to make a lot of vegan food back in the day. So, and my hubby hated it. It was so terrible. Me trying to eat vegan and he trying to be like, oh, all the Domino's for me with some wings. I'd be like, really? But so the food option is gonna be expensive. And let me talk about that now with you guys. You guys that follow my personal Instagram page or anybody that has me on Facebook may have seen in my photo albums when I cook, the kind of food I cook and the way I plate my food. We all eat with our eyes, okay? I am big on food presentation. I hate when I see people talking about, oh, I made this plate for my man, whatever. I could cook, and then the food is like slop. I hate that shit. My food needs to have a little garnish, a little, whether it's green onions or cilantro, whatever, to make it look pretty. So, besides hiring somebody who is going to be a professional chef, meaning that they graduated culinary school, I am also going to be at the house teaching them how to cook a bunch of different dishes that I want to have on the menu that, may not be known to them because, they're probably used to cooking Dominican food. Now, there are some similarities in Dominican cuisine, that in my country, that we have as well. Like for example, they call it guisado, which is like Jamaicans call it brown stew, Trinidadians call it stew. So you can either do chicken or beef or pork. So that we have that similarity in some of our dishes. But I'm going to be teaching them a lot of different, more American-based dishes, because I would hate for anybody, unless you guys specifically request this, because I know there are going to be some Spanish people, Latin customers or Dominican customers. I like Dominican food. Certain things that they cook, I'll eat for breakfast, like a salami and tostones, which is the fried plantains, or mango, which is they boil the plantain and they mash it with butter. That's typical breakfast food for them, and I love that. But that doesn't mean that the typical American customer of mine or British customer, let's say somebody who lives in, Missouri, is gonna come and be like, yeah, I'm gonna eat plantains for breakfast with eggs and salami. No, so I took that into consideration, that unless people specifically request that they want like traditional Dominican food, whether it's for breakfast or Saturday, like maybe Saturday would be like a soup day, we can make like a Dominican chicken soup or something like that, then I would do that. But I'm not serving people plantains, hot dogs, salami for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Like, I refuse to do that. I refuse to take people's money that they're expecting a certain level of service, and then some of them may be like, what the F is this? And like I said, if you request it, then fine, we will make it for you. But I'm not going to be like, here, this is what you're getting and you don't have a choice. Yes, I am going to offer a menu. So what's going to happen is every night or every afternoon, because I don't want to interrupt people when they're sleeping, right? When they have surgery. The nurses will come to let you guys know, this is what we're cooking tomorrow. Do you want this or do you want something else? So I'm gonna have it like, I want to mix not just, because some people were like, oh, I want to have fried fish and I want to have whatever. I don't really want to serve a lot of fried food. Like tostones, which is fried, which is like on the side of your food. Okay, but I don't want it to be like, oh, I'm serving tostones, fried fish, French fries, like there is no vegetable or no salad or nothing, healthy inside. So a lot of things I have already took with me on this last trip to the DR when I was there, last week. We took 5 suitcases full of kitchen stuff. Juicer, toaster oven, air fryer, but not the little raggedy toaster oven, like the good toaster oven, blender, immersion blender, NutriBullet, the Ninja Bullet, whatever the heck they call it. So I have a lot of kitchen stuff that I already took down there that people are going to be getting fresh let's say, like some people are allergic to seafood or whatever, or they don't like fish. I already found a fresh fish market in Santo Domingo that I'm going to go buy my fresh fish, not frozen fish. And all of these are things that me personally, I live like that in my life. Like my husband does not eat leftovers. He likes and he eats fresh food cooked every day. My husband does not like frozen meat at all. Like when we buy certain things to cook, it's literally like chilled, fresh. One of the things I love about the Dominican Republic is you can buy, I love goat. African people, maybe some Caribbean people, but I know American people probably like, what the hell, goat? So fresh goat, you can go buy it on the side of the road. Right there, not far where I live, where I stay in the DR, there's a guy that comes with the chickens in the cages. Like here in America, you may see the truck driving with chickens in cages, like a whole truck full of them. Well, those cages, they literally have like 2 or 3 of those, and they come and park on the side of the road where I stay. And I stay outside the city, guys. I don't stay down in the capital itself. And they kill it right there. They kill it right there, pluck it, gut it. Like I said, I grew up in the countryside, so I know how to do this myself. Kill a chicken, stick it in hot water, defeather it, then gut it, cut it up, whatever. They do that all right there for you. So when I tell you the food is going to be fresh food, that is another thing that I love about the Dominican Republic for myself personally. Like I can't wait, honestly, to be living there full time, to be eating so much healthier, fresher food, organic food, not full of pesticides and chemicals, whatever. Because whenever we go there, I am always in amazement of the fruit, the juices, like when I buy cucumber and stuff, it be just tasting so different. The salad, the lettuce be tasting so different. So the whole menu that I'm making, I want to incorporate, yes, American food, American dishes. I want to do like a theme night, so to speak. So let's say dinner on Fridays will be seafood night. People who don't eat seafood, you have the option. And I want this to always be available. That if you don't want whatever we're cooking that day because you've been told the day before, this is what we're serving tomorrow, then there will always be the availability to have like a grilled chicken breast. Because I took my George Foreman grill down there. I bought all of that in Walmart, brand new, took all that shit down there. So we can put the chicken breast on the George Foreman grill, or like a piece of fish or a piece of salmon. That's available to you. So you can have that with, if you want potatoes or rice, or whatever vegetable we have of the day, that's being made. And I'm not a professional chef, but when I tell you cooking is my passion, like I love cooking. My husband used to tell me all the time, you should be going to culinary school because you love, cooking. Honestly, there really isn't anything that I really don't know how to make. Actually, there is one thing I want to learn how to make is Peking duck, but that's a whole process by itself. Like, I don't even know. I was looking it up. But really and truly, there's not a lot of stuff that I really don't know how to make. So when it comes to, having a theme night, we're gonna do, seafood paella, or seafood alfredo, or seafood lasagna, or we're gonna do like one night is gonna be Jamaican night. So we're gonna do rice and peas, and maybe curry shrimp or something like that. People will always have the option of, okay, well, I don't want this, but what else can I have? Because when I hear customers tell me things like, oh, at the recovery house I was in, they only gave me a choice of like a tortilla with eggs, whatever, and I wanted pancakes or waffles, whatever. I took a waffle maker out there. How hard is it to whip up batter? It's the same batter for pancakes or waffles. It's the same damn batter. So how hard is it to whip up some flour, egg, milk, baking powder, whatever, and make a couple waffles for people, So all these things, I've been listening to you guys' feedback. I have been asking questions because I want to know what people want, what they want to eat. That is a big part of any recovery house. And I was saying earlier, if people don't eat the food and it has to be thrown away, then so be it. That is part of owning a business where you have to absorb business expenses. I may not be happy about it because, certain things in the DR ain't cheap. But again, I have to absorb that, and I can't be like trying to give you chicken 5 days old. Like this girl was telling Granted, you will not get a full cooked meal when the chef goes home in the night. But if you are flying in, and coming in and arriving 2 o'clock in the morning, 10 o'clock at night, there will be food set aside for you, so that you can have something to eat when you get in there. And then while you're staying at the recovery house, if it is you're telling the overnight nurse, because there will be nurses there 24/7. You will never be left alone in that house at any point. You need a sandwich, or you need some fruit, or you want some juice or something like that. Little things like that, or yogurt. We're gonna have little things like that available, for you when the kitchen is closed because the chef went home and you're hungry and it's 12 o'clock at night. Because again, I am bringing all my knowledge, all my experience, all that I've been through when I had surgery myself, that I can say, okay, there were times when I didn't want to eat, and the food was there. But later on, I was hungry later on in the night, or you're taking the water pill, so you're constantly getting up to pee, and you're awake 3-4 in the morning and you want something to nibble on. Okay, we're gonna give you a sandwich, we're gonna give you some fruit, we're gonna give you a yogurt, we're gonna give you maybe a little salad, something like that. That I'm always gonna make sure that there are things that is in there, in the kitchen, that people will have available to them. Another thing I want to do is, I don't know if I want to put mini refrigerator. upper class neighborhood. The area in Santo Domingo, it's called Gala. It's like right next to Los Prados, which is a upper class neighborhood. Like when you see the houses, when you come to the house, you guys that are going to come to the house, you will see the neighborhood. You know how nice it is, how big the houses are, and stuff like that. And I think there's actually a recovery house on my street lower down. It's crazy because I saw it on Google Maps. I'm like, wait, what? So yeah, so it's a nice neighborhood. It's nice and quiet. It's a little bougie because you guys know my standards. I'm not gonna take my damn recovery house and put it in the hood so people can get robbed when they're entering the damn gate. So, and then it has all the security bars and so forth. And then in regards to securing your personal property, there's going to be a safe, like maybe a big, for each person. Nobody will be sharing a safe. Everybody will have their own safe for themselves. They can either put it on their nightstand, because everybody also will have their own nightstand, their own table lamp, like little light, and their own safe. So if you want to put the safe in the closet, or you want to put the safe on the floor next to your bed, wherever you want to put it is fine with me. Each room is going to have its own recliner. Each room is going to also have its own hospital bed. The house is 5 bedrooms, 5 bathrooms, or 5.5, because there's a half bath downstairs. 2 of the rooms has their own private patio that I'm going to have, furnishings on there as well. So, and downstairs, you guys are going to have recliners to watch TV in the living room, and then there's going to be like a reading nook, a lounging nook area, whatever, that also is going to have a recliner there. And then all the bedrooms are going to have recliners. What else I saw you guys asking questions. Menu, well, I was going over that when I had to end the live again. All the different things that's going to be available. Like I said, I always want to have availability for chicken or fish to be available. One doll messaged me today and she was like, I'm keto pescatarian and I cannot find a recovery house to accommodate. So things like that, obviously on a case-by-case basis, I would handle for people's special dietary needs and stuff. If you only eat fish or shrimp or seafood, yes, it's a little more expensive than if I were to buy chicken, but at the same time too, that's what you're paying the price to come stay at my recovery house for, right? Because you're expecting a particular service. So things like that, I always want to have availability for people with special dietary needs. When you check in, you have to, of course, sign a contract with the house rules, meaning there will be no ghetto-ass behavior at my house. Nobody's going to be cussing, quarreling, arguing, fighting, making a ruckus, whatever, because I have no qualms of conscience to call the damn police and tell them, please escort you off my property. People are in a recovery house because they are trying to heal and recover. They want peace and quiet. They don't need nobody with no damn drama acting the fool about them. As adults, we should all, if there is a conflict of interest, we should all be able to have some sort of resolution where we can all speak about whatever is going on, right? As adults, in a diplomatic, civilized manner, without it having to turn into a brawl. So there will be house rules and a contract assigned when you get to the house, meaning once you get to the house and you sign the contract and it says that you're staying for 10 days or 14 days, whatever, and your payment is non-refundable, that means that if you decide that you have drama with your man and you need to go home 7 days early, you're not getting a refund. And the reason why you're not getting a refund is because as a business owner, from a business perspective, I saved this spot for you for 7 days, 14 days, whatever. Now that you're choosing to leave early, last minute, how am I going to get another customer to fill that spot and fill that bed? That means I would be losing revenue, which means that when I lose revenue, the things that I need to pay for in the house, and let me tell you all, the AC bill and electricity in the Dominican Republic is expensive. I am expecting that my electric bill for the month is probably going to be about $500-600 US per month. So when you decide to leave early, and now I can't sell the bed to make revenue, how am I paying all these bills and paying all these staff? The cleaner, the cook, the housekeeper, all the nurses, because we need to have standard for all recovery houses. This is not Surgery Bay making up these rules. And I understand why these people have these particular rules. Certain amenities you're going to get at the house would be things like every day, you know, the nurses are going to be taking your vitals, giving you your food, giving you your medicine on time, and making sure you're hydrated, because that's a big part of surgery. Making sure that, yes, if we have to come and bug you every 2 hours, please drink this cup of water, this bottle of water, or whatever, we will be doing that, right? So, making sure you're hydrated, making sure, you know, you eat your meals, your snacks, whatever. Every day after you have your first follow-up with your doctor, not before, after you have your first follow-up with the doctor, every day after that, you should not then be getting a surgery bath every day. That's what it should be. It should not be they wiping you down with no damn baby wipes. You all already know, I cracked the whip. My staff is already going to know that this is what is expected of them. There is no shortcuts. I'm not paying you all this money to be a nurse here for you to just be sitting down twiddling your thumbs all day. So your faja is going to be washed every day as well, dried, given back, you know, well, assisted to help you put it on. Your linen in your bed is going to be changed every other day, meaning every 48 hours. Your bed linen is going to be changed. When you check in, besides the contract regarding the house rules, you also have to fill out your information, you know, which is your doctor, your clinic, your emergency contact, foods you're allergic to, things that you do not eat, you know, what is your preference, what things that you do like to eat, because I know some people are picky eaters, and that's okay, you know, but if we don't know, how are we going to fix the issue, fix the problem? We'll give you what you want, right? So we're not mind readers, you're going to tell us. So those are just some of the things that's going to be standard across the board for the recovery house when you guys get there. So I'm very excited about this. It's a big sacrifice for my husband, my dog, and myself, because they're the ones that's going to be losing mama, losing their wife, until, like I said, until my husband decides that he wants to go to the DR to live. It's going to be a back and forth between me and him. So once a month I'm going to be coming to Miami to spend a couple of days with him, and then go right back to the DR, because I really and truly do not want to leave the house unattended, where the staff is running the house for more than probably 3-4 days. So if it's to come to Miami, check my mail, you know, order stuff so it comes to my house so I can pick it up and bring it to the DR, then, you know, things like that I can get cheaper in America, whether it's gloves, whatever, you know, supplies, things like that. So let me know what you guys think about changing up the surgery packages and adding everything. Boppy pillow, lipofoam boards, what do you call it? Your faja, all of that. What do you guys think about? You can comment and let me know. What do you think about changing that up, where when you come to the recovery house now, you bring nothing with you? Or should I add that as a VIP package where you can add that on to your surgery package, or add it on to your stay at the recovery house? Or should it include something like a trip to the beach, or a trip or a city tour? Or should it include something like you can choose to get your eyebrows microbladed, or get your hair done like a wash, cut and blow dry, the DR way, because you know I love that DR blowout. Or what's the other one? Getting somebody coming over to get your nails done. See what you guys are saying. Yes, you should add everything. Okay, so add it separate. So I guess I could do that. I could come up with a plan of if you want to just come with your little carry-on with some clothes in it. That and your toiletries, really. That's all you're gonna need. Because if it is that all your surgery supplies and gauze, tape, chucks, pad, everything, whatever would be included, then you wouldn't have to bring any of that. So the person asking about a hyperbaric chamber, do you know how large a hyperbaric chamber is? A hyperbaric chamber is probably be 7 feet long. Where the heck am I going to put that in my house? And and that's like a $20,000 US cost for a hyperbaric chamber. I am not investing $20,000 to buy a hyperbaric chamber for people that may or may not even want to use it. So the hyperbaric chamber, if you want to do oxygen treatment, you can go to New Life Recovery House. Maciel is the owner, and she gives surgery clients a discount. So instead of paying $100, you get it for cheaper than that. But I'm not telling you because you guys are not surgery clients, right? Well, Rosa, you are. So if you want to do it, then yeah, let me know so I can let her know to expect you and so forth. And set it up. I like the option of adding a VIP package to the surgery package or recovery house. Okay. There are so many people asking what to bring staying at surgery. Bring nothing but yourself. Exactly. Exactly. That's the whole point. You just bring nothing but yourself because everything is taken care of for you. I mean, and that makes it so much easier for a lot of people because, you know, like just navigating the whole surgery journey the right way, how to do things the right way so that you don't end up in problems. You know, that alone by itself is like, I always say it's like a college course. It's like a damn college course trying to figure out what is right, what is wrong, who's giving misinformation, who's talking BS and these. And that's what I hate all these Facebook groups for. And I swear to you, like, I had my surgery January of 2018. I think it was May of 2018. I just exited all of those surgery groups. I was tired. I was just tired of all those newbies that don't know anything about anything and just keep giving all the damn wrong information and just keep asking the same damn questions over and over because they don't know how to use the search bar to find the answer for their same question that was asked a million times before, you know, or just the bickering and the arguing and the back and forth with them, whatever. I was like so tired of that shit. I was like, you know what, I'm done with this. And that's why I always tell my customers too, like, get onto these damn Facebook groups. They're gonna drive you crazy and they're gonna give you a bunch of damn misinformation in regards to what to do. The one that gets me the most is, oh my god, you have to eat so healthy after you get a BBL because if not, you're gonna get fat back in your belly. And where did the lipo from? And you need to be eating healthy fats like avocado and olive oil and peanut butter. You think my ass got this big eating fucking avocados? Yes, I eat avocados and I love it. It's a Caribbean staple with your food. But then my ass did not get this big eating no damn peanut butter, olive oil, and avocado. Okay? So, you know, it's just the misinformation, the constant resharing the same crap, and nobody knows the difference because they did not experience it as yet to see that, you know what, that's wrong. All they're doing is just keep recommending it over and over and over. So, stay out of some of these groups. Miss Vincent, that's my bestie, guys. Something is making a lot of noise. I don't know, maybe it's the background because I'm driving. I've never wanted to be this spoiled in my life. Rosa, you are going to get spoiled because it's your birthday. Rosa is coming to have her surgery when it's her birthday. That's her birthday gift to herself. So she will also be away from her family and her children. You all know Lola is my child. So I already promised her that when she comes, we are going to do something extra special because I don't want her feeling sad and depressed that she's not with her family for her birthday. So you are going to get spoiled extra special. I will make sure of that. But guys, like, just, you know, I know food is a big part of what recovery house you guys are going to stay at, and I want to make sure that that is one of the major things that is taken care of. Post-op care, meaning that my staff knows exactly what to do when a situation arises. If somebody gets a little lipo burn, they know how to treat it, what to do. You know, they know how to bathe you properly, things like that. All of this, the staff is going to be trained specifically by myself, by my nurse Elaine, who has years of experience in the medical tourism industry, not just as working at what do you call it, at a recovery house in the past, but she's been an overnight nurse for over 4 years. You know, so she is going to make sure and train the staff in certain things, specifically how to do it, you know, so that we have everything organized for you guys. I want this to be the most perfect experience for everybody. French, I cannot take Lola because as of July 14th, the American government has decided to make the Dominican Republic a restricted country for rabies. So after that happens, July 14th, if Lola comes to the Dominican Republic, she can never go back to America until they lift that ban. And I don't expect that lift to happen anytime soon, to be very honest. So that means she would be stuck down there, and you know, she has this heart problem. So I want her to keep seeing her vet here in America and getting her meds and stuff, because some of these medications that she needs, you don't get it in the DR. I would literally have to come to America, get it for her, bring it back, and then he would not be seeing her, you know. So our vet actually in Miami has actually it used to be his girlfriend back in the day. And then she was telling me and my hubby, oh my god, I still love him. But anyway, that's besides the point, right? She's also a vet and she speaks fluent English. So he recommended her to us. So since we've been taking Lola down there, she's been seeing her. So more than likely she is going to be Lola's vet when Lola moves to the DR permanently to live. But like I said, the medication is not something that is easily, a lot of medication down there that, you know, they don't get. So she already told me that as well. She was like, a lot of stuff we don't get down here, you would have to get in the States. So soon she'll be with her mama. But in the meantime, she'll have to be used to hearing me video call her on the phone and chat with her and seeing me once a month. Her and hubby, I don't know how they're going to do it. So after 10 years of marriage, we are going to be in a long distance relationship. So I don't know how he's going to handle it, but I mean, you know, it's not the same when you're not there. You know, when you're chatting and stuff, it's definitely not the same. So this is definitely a big sacrifice that my husband, myself, and my dog are doing, you know, for the greater good for all you guys who are random strangers that I don't know nothing about. But I'm very happy and can't wait to see you guys and meet you guys in person when you come to the DR, when you come to my recovery house. Rosa, I know November seems like it's forever, but believe me, time is flying. So I'm going to see you soon too. But again, I'm going to be going down there in July to get everything squared away, make sure all my construction is done like I requested, make sure all my furnishings and furniture and whatever is delivered, make sure the house is clean, spick and span, you know, all the things that I got to do to furnish it and stuff. And another thing, guys, I specifically ordered white linen for the beds. All the bed sheets, flat fitted pillowcases are going to be white. And the reason why I specifically ordered white, and like I said, the bed linen is going to be changed every 48 hours, every 2 days, is because if there's any whatever that fall on it, fluid, leak, whatever, you know, you can see it. I don't want people to be thinking that, oh, I'm swimming in germs or I'm laying down in germs, whatever. The sheets need changing. Once we see something on it, even if it's not 48 hours, it's going to get pulled off the bed and bleached and washed, you know. So all these little attention to detail, little things, I've tried to think about everything that I possibly can. I always ask you guys for, you know, help, for advice on what you would like, what you wouldn't like, what you would like to see, whatever, so that this house can be as perfect as possible as I can get it. And again, learning from others, you know, mistakes and other recovery houses and some of the nonsense that they've done and whatever, you know, learning from them. So I want to make sure that when the house opens August 1st, so if you're having surgery August 1st and later, you know where you can stay now. That's why I want to make sure everything is 100. In fact, 110%. I want to make sure everything is, you know, in regards to staff knowledge, staff experience, the masseuse, your food, your nutrition post-up, and like I said earlier, you guys, whether you like it or not, I'm going to be making green juice for you. You're all going to be taking a shot. We can do it like shots, like a shot glass. You ain't got to drink no big ass glass of green juice. We can do a daily green juice shot, a daily beet juice shot, right? So it's good for your cells and your body and your healing and whatever. So I need to buy some shot glasses. So we could do it like that. But yeah, I know food and post-op care is a big thing. Big thing. How did I not say this? The house, if you guys live in Canada or you live in the Caribbean or you live in Africa, you know in America we do miles. The DR, they do kilometers. The house is 5 kilometers from Cipla. And if you guys know how the downtown area with the capital is, Cipla, Cecilib, all these other Plasti, whoever, all of them are, not far from each other. They're all within a 1-2 kilometer radius. So the house is literally 5.6 kilometers exactly from Cipla's door. So all you guys that are Ramidals that's having surgery in Cipla, you guys literally, if there's no traffic, you will be there in under 10 minutes at the clinic. And this is a main reason why I also wanted the house to be close to the clinics. Again, let's go back to my people that John them had in Villamea, which is with traffic every day, hour, 45 minutes to hour to get to the clinic, to get to downtown. I wanted this house to be as close to the clinic as possible because, God forbid, anybody has an issue and they need to get rushed back to the clinic, they are not going to be dead in a car in traffic. They are going to literally get to the clinic 5 to 10 minutes, especially depending on how people drive. So the house is 5.6 kilometers from Cipla. It is literally around the corner from Cipla. If you guys have been to the DR before and you know where there's a big IKEA store, which is that main highway, Highway 1, which is called JFK, John F. Kennedy Highway, the house is literally, and I kid you not, by car, from the highway exit to my house is probably 2 minutes or 1 minute. My house is literally right there by the highway, so quick and fast access to wherever you need to go. The IKEA store, if you know where the IKEA store is, the houses are around the corner from that. Like the IKEA store is maybe 5 minutes away. It's like 3 kilometers from the house. So for you guys that are familiar, you would have some kind of idea, where the house is. And then Alexander, the Faha place. Well, Alexander doesn't know the story family. Fahate, which is in the same class as Alexander, who I use for my Fahas, and then they do the alteration there as well. From Cipla, they are literally like 1 kilometer. So that also tells you that when you're gonna go get your Faha altered, it's like a 10-minute drive or 5-minute drive, depending on traffic from the house. What are you guys asking? You told every little detail. Yes, I did. I have been trying to think about every little thing that will make this experience as smooth and perfect as possible. Okay, for example, some of these recovery houses, let me talk about Butterfly because I know where they are. They are in Almarosa. They are in Santo Domingo Este. The traffic is horrendous in the DR. Every day, all day. There is no morning, midday. Traffic is all day in Santo Domingo. When you stay so far away from all the clinics, it takes you like 45 minutes just to get into the city, to get from being out there on the outskirts. So this house, like I said to you guys, is 5 kilometers. Not no 15 kilometers, 17 kilometers. 5 kilometers from Cipla. And Cipla, again, is around where all the other clinics are. So you're going to see the ideas. Said which one of your surgeons will give the Duran-like results. Well, that depends on how you look, baby. Do you have the Duran type foundation? I feel all three, because all three do vixen, but it really depends on how you look. Lopez works better with slimmer girls. Rami, I think, is an all-rounder. Like, he works good with slim girls or big girls. Especially slim girls, I've seen the way he's built their hips for them. Garrido also, I feel like Garrido works good with slim, medium. So I feel like any of the three that you choose based on how you look could give you that slim, thick look. I'm assuming that's what you're talking about with the brand. This I love all the ideas. So the person who said that they're having a hard time choosing exotic vixen, send me your picture. Send me a picture and I will give you my opinion as to who I think would work well on your foundation. Dr. Lauren was in the chat. I don't know if she's still watching the live right now. Dr. Lauren is the dentist that I'm working with, who did my own teeth for me and my hubby. Well, I did the teeth whitening, but now that I'm going to be living in the DR, I might get some veneers. I don't know, but I don't want the Kermit look. We ain't doing that. We ain't doing the chocolate teeth. But she don't give that anyway, man. I don't know how white I want them, but see, I got pretty nice teeth, and I honestly never had not dentures. Oh Lord, I had reached denture age yet. Had braces, so I know I'm definitely going to be doing more stuff with her. But her and I are coming up with a package for you guys that just want to do teeth only, like you want to come down and have veneers done. So you know, with veneers you have to actually stay like probably a week maybe, because they have to like set the foundation, go get it made, and then come back and put it on for you. So what do you call it? So we're coming up with a package for you guys that maybe your spouse want to come, or your sister or somebody, and they want to come and just do teeth only. They don't want to come for plastic surgery, so they can come with you, stay at the recovery house, and get their veneers done. You know, because I know she does too. She does the ceramic and she does the porcelain. I think that's the two different ones. But you know, I tag her all the time. I just posted her. She's doing buccal fat removal. What do you call it? She's doing that now. Message her, WhatsApp her. I put her number in the post. She's also tagged in it, so you can click on her page and you'll see her WhatsApp number there. WhatsApp her, let her know Sir Jermaine referred you, and she will give you a discount, whatever services you want to get from her. So you can now go and get the buccal fat removal, get your face, you know, contoured, and get your teeth whitened, or get your veneers or whatever. So super nice lady. Yes, she's improving on her English. We use Google Translator a lot when we're talking to each other. But super nice. I love her to pieces. So humble, so kind. And what I love about her is this one thing that she says to me all the time. What kind of feedback have you been getting from your customers that has come to see me? Like, what can I improve on? Anybody that looks, you know, at life like that for me, which is nothing is perfect, you know, they're always looking to do better, to better their skill, themselves, their business, whatever. I am very happy to work with you, because we will never get everything at 100. The close, like I remember this one time at my job, I used to work for Royal Caribbean Cruise Lines years ago, and I'm talking like 20 years ago, guys. And I had this test to do for the job, but while I'm there, they had to do anyway, it was a test, and I had all the answers right. I would have gotten 100. The lady that graded the test, she gave me a 99, and she said I could never give you 100, because there's always something that you have to learn and improve on and do better with. So I can't give you 100, even though all my answers were right. I got a 99 out of 100. So I love that about Dr. Lauren. She is always asking, you know, what can I do better? How can I, you know, what kind of feedback are you getting about me from your customers that did the veneers or the teeth whitening or whatever? So go hit her up, guys. She will give you a discount just for mentioning Sir Jimmy recommended you. The same with Dr. Catherine Almonte, who did my treads. You guys see my eyebrows? I love them. Look at them. A little lift here. This little lift. I love it. And then I did the tread under here too, like to kind of contour the jawline a little bit. But they're still healing, because she told me it'll be about 90 days before I actually see the results. And then under here, we did this enzyme to like burn some of the fat, because I had like a little pocket of fat from when Laura did the lipo. It was like uneven lipo, so that actually did burn well. Where it like melted a little bit of fat, whatever. And I think she did a little bit here. So not that I'm going to be living in the DR. I'm going to be doing definitely a lot more services with these ladies. You know, girl power and everything. You all know I love a female hustler, female business entrepreneur. Is that how you say it? I can never say that word correct. So I'm definitely going to be doing more stuff for them. And guys, it is not free services. I pay just like you. Okay? It is not free. I pay too. But I want to do laser hair removal with Dr. Catherine. And then, I don't know, we'll see what I can do with Dr. Lauren, the dentist. be under 6.5 to get approved for surgery. So let's see how it goes. And God willing, I'll be having my surgery soon as well. So it's going to be a whole lot more surgery experiences to share. The different things that I'm doing and how it's coming out, how it's turning out, what's going on, whatever. And yes, guys, if you guys have not guessed it, Dr. Rami is going to be doing my surgery. Because I love Dr. Rami's butts. I love his projection, how he gives a lot of projection and stuff. So for mine, I don't need more projection because you all see how big this damn thing is. But I do want to get it like shaped up a little. Like I want my lats to get taken down a little bit when he does my 260 lipo. I want to get my breasts reduced more and implants put in so they can be perky. Because yes, I do like the fake Barbie look. People are like, what? Yes, I want my damn breasts to be up under here. I like the fake look. I like the fake Barbie look. So yes, I do want that. And then of course, this round is going to be arms for sure. So I don't know how many things that he's going to, but you know, he's Mr. Safe. He's a safe doctor. I don't know how many things he's going to approve me for this round, but there will definitely be a round 4 coming as well. Because I'm going to do arm lipo this round so that any loose skin that has to stay loose, like it doesn't retract, we're going to do an arm lift after. So that's the, like, what do you call it, the game plan that we discussed. So we're going to do arm lipo first to get that loose skin resolved first, and then do the arm lift to get rid of the loose skin that does not retract back. And I think doing my arms, how big my arms are, that the vasa is not going to make that skin retract. It's probably more likely going to be arm lift to get that loose skin off of it. So that, a back lift, because I have a little bit of loose skin on my back I don't like. He told me the only thing to do that is a back lift. So that probably would be round 4. My tummy tuck scar, I don't like it because it's all over the place. It's not nice and thin and neat. I want him to redo that. So it's gonna be at least 2 rounds I'm gonna be going under again. And like my hubby said, he's like, stay at your recovery house so your staff can take care of you. Like, why are you gonna come to the house? So I'll probably be there with you all. Whoever you will be there at the house while I'm having surgery, I will be there. I will be your roommate at the house too. That's what you guys are saying. Does she do implants? Yes. Dr. Lauren does implants. Actually, my hubby wants to get, I think, 1 or 2 implants he wants to get done. But again, all these things are going to be once he goes there to live, because I know with the implant, I think like they give you a temporary and then you come back like 3 months later, if I'm not mistaken, once the bone and stuff heals. For the rest, don't quote me on that, but I think that's what it is. Do they have Vasa? Dr. Rami does Vasa, but Lopez and Dorito does not. Where can I get butt injections? What? Girl, I don't know what the hell, where you gonna get butt injections from? You can get butt implants, which is like a silicone implant, like a breast implant. That's what they put in the DR. Doctors do that. They do the butt implants, but not butt injections. You wanna die? You look amazing. Thank you. Please save the live. I need to watch them. I'm gonna make them all as one long video and put it up on YouTube. I'm gonna merge them together. Because the last 2 I did, what do you call it? I saved them to my phone. We have the same surgery agenda. I got my implants done by Dr. Lauren. Which implants? Butt or breast? Because I know Lauren does butt too. Butt implants as well. Yes, listen. This body and this surgery journey for me, it is a journey, because it's not where, you know, some people who are, you know, slimmer and they don't really have a lot of work that they need to get done, then they can probably do 1 round and look bomb, you know, and don't have to go back for no round 2, round 3, round 4. But people who are my BMI, or, you know, were plus size girls. I was at 35 when I had my first round of surgery, and at 33 when I had my second one. Right now I'm at 33 again for when I'm going to have my 3rd round of surgery. But we need multiple rounds because our body is a work in progress. We just can't go and be like, yeah, doctor, just work on my whole body, chop off everything, and we will survive and be alive. No, that's any doctor. That's why another reason why I said Yesenia, Yili, and Felix Almanzar dolls are not welcome at my house, because that's the madness that we do, especially Felix Almanzar. These big ass women who are putting their lives at risk just going under the knife because they're so huge. They need to lose more weight. No, this man goes in there, works on these women who die, who survive and have complications. They survive without issues, thank God. That's what the nonsense be going on with him. That's why I will not be having any of the adults at my house. I don't want to deal with that foolishness at all. Mama, you coughing maybe? Wake up from sleep? I'm gonna miss her so much. Oh my God, because y'all know that's my comfort. I'm gonna miss her so bad. I can't wait for my tummy tuck to recover. Then to get my baby like 360 implants. I got a breast reduction and 400cc complete implants. He's had dents. Who the hell had dents? None of my doctors had dents. Lauren had one dent. The lady was in ICU for 9 days, whatever. This was a couple of months ago. He hasn't had a dent since. The one that they were trying to blame him for is the Cabral dent. And that's when they want to put Mapaji up in Cipla. His little surgery coordinator, what her name is? Rosia Brew or some shit like that. Put Mapaji up in Cipla to about what unpleasant personal welcome, whatever shit. Like, you can tell this person doesn't speak English. Because when your shit has been split, doesn't she should say. But anyway, it's because I was talking about that. About the Cabral dent. Flores, who works for Cabral, he had a dent too. I think Disla had somebody in ICU as well. And they tried to blame Lauren because the girl was going to go to Lauren. And then she changed and went to Cabral and ended up in ICU. And I don't know if she died or if she got out. And Lauren went to check on her in ICU because he knew who she was. And then they tried to blame Lauren and say that Lauren was the one who had a death. And it was not. You know, so yeah, when bullshit happens, you all know I'm going to speak on it and I don't give a shit who it is. So it was Cabral who had the death. I don't even know how much deaths Cabral have by now, to be honest. But again, if you all don't know, Cabral is not the one doing your surgery. It's the many assistants that he has that does your surgery. Because Cabral is doing like 12, 14 girls a day out of his office. And Cipla has, I think it's 12 operating rooms they have now. Because they even got closed down by Salud Publica for that. Because they had operating rooms that were not legal operating rooms. So now I believe everything is legal now at Cipla. So of the 12 operating rooms that they have, his office monopolized the operating rooms to all these girls. So all these other doctors that needs to have surgery done, that's why some people will be having to wait all day to have their surgery, because now the doctor is waiting for, their doctor is waiting for an operating room time slot to open up. Of course, Felix have debts. Felix have, I don't know how much damn debts under his what do you call it, under his belt. Doing that reckless ass behavior, you're gonna have debts. How you working on a woman with not gonna have 40, 44 BMI? That's looking for somebody to die. How long after Tamada can you get lipo 360? Usually 6 months. Any procedure that you have done, usually 6 months later, you can have your next round of surgery. I know you're saying you're 52 in age, not in BMI, right? As long as you're healthy, the doctor will do your surgery. If you have down questions and answers, whatever. I like to open the conversation so you can start looking at certain topics, but that's where research comes in. You all think I have all the knowledge I have because somebody spoon-fed it to me? I couldn't even get people into damn surgery vets on Facebook group to answer my damn question. I have all the knowledge I have because, one, I did a lot of research, and two, I experienced some of the stuff. And that's the same with you. When you have your surgery, it's not the same for everybody. You're going to experience for yourself, certain things. So research. Smartphones will be your best friend. My recovery is canceling all girls next month. Is there a special number 2 appeals? I'll be happy to send you July 28th. Well, I have a customer that's actually coming to my house on July 27th, one of my surgery customers. Because her surgery, I think, is the 29th. And I told her, I said, if you come a couple days early, the house will be doing decor, whatever. I mean, yes, the kitchen will be up and running, your bedroom will be, made up, whatever for you. But are you okay with being there for those couple of days where, it's 3 or 4 days, where we're still going to be doing decor and whatever little small stuff that we need to do, furniture around, whatever. Because all the heavy lifting, I expect that to be done by maybe the 3rd week of July. All the whatever, any other construction, drilling, whatever that needs to get done. So she said she's okay with it. So if you want to come because you're coming, the same last week of the month, message me. My number, guys, this is what this is. I'll be wanting to choke some of you all. I kid you not, choke you. My number is always on my profile or under a post. Always. It's in the highlights. It's everywhere. How do you guys still don't know what number to message me at? And Nico, you've been WhatsApping me from before when you were considering becoming one of my customers. So you're supposed to know what number to WhatsApp me on, asking what number. I'm going over the first week of August and I want my friend to stay at your house. WhatsApp me, guys. The number is all over my Instagram. WhatsApp me. Do you recommend surgery for women that are BMI over 27? No, you need to lose some weight. I'm not gonna, guys, this is one thing you're all gonna learn about surgery. I am not gonna tell you what you want to hear. Why would you want to be a high BMI that comes with complications of death, necrosis, lung collapsing, what do you call it? Not thrombosis, what's the other one? Blood clots traveling to your lungs and killing you, whatever. All of this is some of the shit that happens when you're fat. I'm fat, so I can talk about being fat. All of this happens when you are overweight. You have to lose weight, not just because, that's a doctor requirement. The reason why they want you to lose weight is because they don't want you to have all of this shit happening to you after surgery. You want to, listen, imagine you have your surgery, you recover from your surgery, and you are discharged. And then a month later, you're dead. Because you get a fat embolism or a blood clot travel to your lungs and kill you, or travel to your heart and kill you. Because don't think that when you get discharged the next day from surgery, you're out of the danger zone. No, you can get blood clots weeks after surgery, post-op. So that's the reason why they be telling you guys all the time, lose weight, lose weight, lose weight, lose weight. And I'm pretty sure with me gonna be running around the DR all over, driving around, walking around, up and down in the house, doing that kind of stuff, I'm pretty sure I'm probably gonna lose about 10 pounds. So right now my BMI is 33. I'm thinking it's probably gonna go down to like maybe 31, 32. Maybe 31. Because I'm pretty sure all that up and down is going to have me losing weight. And I know I'm not going to be eating all the time. I'm going to be forgetting to eat or too busy to eat. Right now, you should, oh man. Yesterday I was going to eat something. I warm up my food in the microwave 3 times. Because every time I'm about to eat, somebody's WhatsApping me, messaging me, whatever, about the recovery house or about the surgery package or my customers or whatever. 3 times I had to warm up my food. By the time I warmed it up and ate it, the texture obviously wasn't nice anymore. But I kid you guys not. It'd be so damn busy. So I'm expecting when I get to the DR, it's going to be crazy like that. I also don't want to get my ass in any kind of issues with getting a blood clot or getting this, that, whatever. So there are things that I know that I have now as my knowledge that I'm going to be bringing to my recovery house for my customers. example, you guys, I sent you some information in WhatsApp about what to drink and so forth after surgery to help prevent getting a blood clot, besides getting up and moving around and walking around and stuff. Even all of that, guys, oh my God, some of the ideas I have to make sure that you guys are up out of your beds, walking a little bit, moving around, not staying in the bed, whining, crying, complaining that you're in pain, to get you active, to get you to socialize with the other girls, so that that your blood is flowing. Because remember, you lay down in that bed and don't move, and you lay down there all day, all night, that's you increasing your chances of getting a blood clot, which could then travel to your heart or your lungs and kill you. And then, of course, like I said, we're going to rush you to the hospital, to the clinic. But then what happens if we're too late? Because it took us 10 minutes to get there, and this blood clot, when it hits your lungs or your heart or something, that happens within seconds, right? So we're going to be doing team nights where we can do karaoke. My husband has this big ass Bluetooth speaker with the microphone, whatever, and he's giving it to me to bring it, so we can do karaoke with that. I'm buying some adult games so we can play adult games. I was looking up recipes for different mocktails. Since you guys can't drink any alcohol, we're going to be drinking mocktails like we're sipping on something, playing games, whatever. So I have all these ideas for you guys to, your post. I want you guys post up to be phenomenal. I know my post up was. I had my whole glam team with me, taking care of me, waiting on me hand and foot, and it's the same I expect for my staff to be doing for you guys. That whatever you need, you press. Oh, and there's going to be the the nurses call button, and security cameras in the house, not in the bedrooms because that's privacy, but in the house. So this thing about people going and stealing people's stuff, stealing people's money, stealing whatever, of course staff is going to be fired if that would ever freaking happen. But that's why everybody is given a safe. Lock your shit up, so that you don't have to tell me somebody stole your stuff. Meaning it doesn't have to be an employee. It could be a damn surgery sister in the bed next to you, that you left the room and she went and dig up in your damn stuff and stole your money or your pain meds or whatever. So lock your stuff up. Everybody will be given a safe. Everybody will be given a call button to call the nurse. The nurse station is going to have a digital display, and it rings like a doorbell, and it has the number on it, which number is calling them to come and give them assistance. So all of this stuff, when I tell you every fine detail that I can think about, I have, y'all see my little, I'll be posting it sometime in my IG stories, my little notepad I'll be writing on. That book is like 2/3 finished, because I have so much different things that I've written in there about all the things I want to get this recovery house to be perfect, to be the best damn recovery house in the DR, where all these other recovery houses are going to have to step their damn game up. They're going to have to step their game up and start giving people value for their money. And like I was saying earlier in the other lives, yes, everybody gets into business to make money. Nobody gets into business to go broke to give charity. But people have to get value for their money, right? You have to get value for your money. You can't feel like I'm paying you $1,000 to come at your house, and I'm making you feel like I only spent $25 on what you're getting. No, people have to get value for their money, and that is what I mean. I think you guys who know me well and know my platform and know who I am, what I stand for, whatever, knows I'm not about the bullshit. Y'all know that already. I'm saying that my name and my reputation is my most treasured possession, and that was instilled in me since I was a little girl. That my dad used to always tell me, your reputation is your everything. What people say about you, what they say about your name, what they say about your family name, and so forth. So you all already know that when I put my stamp of approval on something, it's because it's legit. And I mean, I have new followers sometimes that, like one lady, she found me on YouTube, and she messaged me about becoming a client and getting one of the surgery packages. And then she messages Dr. Rami, and she's like, excuse me, do you work with Surgery Bay? Because I don't want to give her my money and you don't work with her, whatever. Why would I be out here taking people's money and calling doctor's name and not be working with them? And Dr. Rami sent it to me. He sent me the conversation. He's like, so this person is asking me. And And then I'm like laughing. And then he's like with the emoji with the little shades on it. Like he's playing it cool. But I'm just saying, people who don't know me, she says she's been watching me on YouTube for a long time, so I don't even understand why she would even question my integrity or reputation. But anyway, people who don't know me and are new followers, I can understand. They'd be like, oh, I don't know about sending my money to this girl, whatever, whatever. And I understand that, you know, but get to know me. Get to know me through the things I post, my persona, how I handle myself, how I upkeep myself, how I handle situations, whatever. One of the biggest things that one of my, I should say, mentors said to me was, women are going to be your downfall. Women are going to be your downfall, and you have to be very careful with them and be very careful about what you say and how you say it now, because you're getting even bigger and bigger and bigger in business. And I really took that to heart, where I said, you know what? Every time somebody says Beyonce weave look bad, Beyonce don't jump on the internet and be like, who the fuck said that? Bitch, you don't know who I am? You know, like some shit like that. So I realized that, you know, when she said that to me, I said, you know what? I have to start letting all of that, oh, look at Sidra ass, oh, look at Sidra breast, oh, she's a scammer, oh, she's this, that, and the other. Let me tell you guys something. Somebody sent me a quote they got from Dr. Garrido for a tummy tuck, lipomedia, $5,300 plus whatever other tests, whatever. Do you think that that's the price that my customers are paying? No. So people who like to say surgery is a scammer, go to the doctor, you're going to be paying a cheaper price, whatever, go to the doctor and pay his price. Because guess what? Surgery clients who book me and the price that they pay, it's not the price that they're paying that the doctor charges when you message the doctor and be like, can I get a quote? It's not the same price. Those are my prices. I have special prices with my doctors. Right? So that's what my customers get. Anyway, we got 27 seconds. They're about to shut me down. I guess this is 1 hour. What do you call it? 1 hour with the Instagram. So let me see if I can see what y'all saying. Let's come back. Come back with these questions, guys. We're gonna come back. I'm gonna come back. There's a lot of damn questions I get to read here. I'll be back. seconds, minutes, hours, days, right? So imagine that you are now spending this time that you will never get back, right? Let's say I'm gonna die at the age of 85 and I'm 41 going on 42 right now, right? I have, to be honest with you guys, when I graduated high school in Trinidad at the age of 17, which was the year 1997, I came to America to live in the year 1999, right? I moved to Miami in the year 2000. Between 1997 out of high school to now, from the age of 17 to now the age of 41, I swear to you, it felt, when I think about it, it felt like time flew like that. Like I don't even know where the years has gone by. My hubby and myself, I feel like we just met the other day. How the hell are we together almost 15 years? When we did that photo shoot for our 10th wedding anniversary, December gone, I was like, when the hell did 10 years go by? When? Where? Time is the most valuable asset that we have. So, do you really think that, at least my sense of logic is, I want to spend 5 minutes, 5 seconds, 1 hour, because you know when you argue with people on the internet, they respond, you check back, you respond, back and forth, you all added whole freaking thing, right? Do you think that I want to spend all this time of my life, that this valuable time that I will never get back, with insignificant shit like that? Like these people who be arguing in these not just Facebook groups with these surgeries dummies and this dumb shit. I'm talking about like on a shade room and what the name, those people, Bola Alert, whatever. You be seeing them in the comments arguing. Oh my god, I'm a Nicki Minaj fan and I'm a Beyonce fan and whatever and all this bullshit. You know, either they're young and dumb and they don't realize that time is the most valuable asset that you have. But that is my mindset now as I've gotten older and moving forward. Not even just right now moving forward. It's been like this a little while now. Where I just want to embrace and enjoy every single minute I'm alive. Because really and truly, I don't know when I'm going to die. I don't know what's going to happen to me. You know, I don't know when is my time, when my number is up. And I want to be able to enjoy being with my dog, my baby, being with my husband, experiencing new things in life, traveling the world and seeing stuff. I want to be able to do all of that, you know. And if I spend an hour going back and forth with somebody on the internet, whatever, how is that doing anything in my life? What fulfillment is that giving? You know, that's the best advice I can give you guys, especially you young guys, the ones you all who in the 20s that swear you all know everything. Because when I was in my 20s, I swear I know everything too. When I was in my teens, I swear I know everything too. But you know, with age comes wisdom. And as we get older in life, we start, you know, experiencing different things, whatever, that we can now see a situation and be like, yep, it's going to turn out like that. It's going to, you know, work out in this situation, whatever. And a lot of things with surgery also. I've also seen when I have certain customers that don't want to listen to me and they want to do whatever they want to do, I already know certain situations that's going to happen, and then they're going to be asking me for help, and then I'm going to have to try and figure out how to fix the problem that they caused that they should not have had if they had listened to me. One customer I had, she was in her 50s too, got a tummy tuck in Miami, would not wear the freaking faja nice and tight, would not layer her compression, would not do that. Everything is, oh my god, I'm in so much pain, I'm in so much pain. Of course you're in pain, what did you expect? Right? I told her, if you don't get that faja nice and tight and put it on, you're going to start getting a lot of fluid collecting and your incision is going to probably bust open because the fluid has to find a way to come out of your body, or you're going to end up with a damn seroma that's going to heal hard as a hard lump under your skin that you're going to have to get surgically removed, or you're going to end up with cellulitis and be admitted in the hospital for an infection. Well, guess what happened? One day she calls me and tells me, have somebody to do massages. The lady she was using to do massages did not know anything about lymphatic massages. She wasn't wearing the proper garment or wasn't wearing it correctly. So it's like, why would you hire me and then not listen to my advice and just do whatever you want? And now when this should happen, I'm supposed to try and help you fix it. How am I going to fix that? I can only tell you how to fix the hole, right? But if you don't have the proper post-op care, then how am I going to help you stop that fluid from accumulating? So just all these different scenarios people have interacted with, people who've listened, who have not listened, whatever. I can now see that I have all this experience that I can bring with me to my recovery house, where especially recognizing things like a lipoburn or a faja burn or necrosis. One customer of mine I have, she got 2 little lipoburns on the edges of her tummy tuck incision on the both ends where the hip is. Well, the staff at the recovery house is telling her, oh my god, you have all these, your entire back is burned and you have large lipoburns and we don't want you to see it. I told her, you better tell them take a damn video and send it to me so I can see what's going on. This girl ain't got no damn lipoburns on her back. She have this natural surgery bruises. So, that goes to show you that whoever you guys are using for your recovery house, whoever you guys are going to be getting your post-op care from, if these people do not know how to recognize certain things and understand certain situations when it arises, what to recognize, what to look for, whatever, then you're doing yourself a disservice. Because post-op care, I feel, is even more important than the actual plastic surgery. And don't even rely on these plastic surgeons to tell you proper post-op care, because a lot of them, they don't know. Why do you think they don't know? Because when they cut you up and send you home, they don't see you when you're at 6 weeks and you have a leaking belly button. So they don't even know what to do, to help you to fix certain things. That was like Lauren. I love Lauren to death, but what did Lauren keep telling me when I had my leaking belly button? Put Tekasol. Well, bitch, that worked. Put the Tekasol. Don't wear your faja. Let it breathe. Diet work. That made it worse. Okay? That made it damn worse. I swear to frickin' God, these damn people. Driving in front of me and then come in front of me and then hit their damn brakes. I swear to y'all, when you all driving cars and you all do the trucks and they run you all ass over and kill you all and kill your whole family, that's why. Because we can't stop. I am heavy as F right now. Like, for me to stop, I have to use my jake brakes, my air brakes, and start stopping from I don't know how many feet away. Don't be those drivers, okay? Anyway. Did you do chin lipo? How do you feel about it? Yes, I did chin lipo, and I had to get this, what do you call it, fat enzyme done from Dr. Catherine, because my chin lipo was done a little uneven. So there was still a little bit of fat, a little pocket of fat remaining back. That's the one bad thing about lipo in general, guys. The doctor can do as good of a job as he thinks he's doing, but using that cannula, using that little wand to lipo you, these things leave grooves and channels in your body. And honestly, I don't even know if they could ever be a perfect lipo done. Because when I did my chin lipo, that was the only procedure he was doing, that and the buccal fat removal. So it wasn't like it was in the surgery room and he was doing all this other stuff, whatever. We were there for like an hour doing those both procedures. So I want to say he took his time. I think he did, because when I was getting it done, I was wide awake. So I saw exactly what he was doing. So what else you guys want to know? What else are the questions you guys have about the recovery house, about what's going on with it? Like I said, I just want us to be as close to perfection as possible, because I always strive for perfection anyway, but as close to perfection as possible. I want to have it for you guys. Every possible situation or whatever that we can think about that you will need, pocket of nothing there, and the skin is not going to retract and get back slim or whatever overnight. It takes weeks, months, maybe a year or two for your skin to get back as retracted as it possibly could, because it was just stretched out on fat, full of fat for years. I'm assuming you had fat on your chin or whatever. I know I did. I know I had fat, or like my back fat and stuff. My back had all that fat for like 15 years. So when I got all my lipo done on my back, Dr. Lawrence sucked me dry, like my ribs was dry. And guess what? The skin after, I'm now 3.5 years post-up, 2 rounds of back lipo, and the skin never fully retracted. It retracted, I would say, maybe like 85%. But there's also going to be that piece of skin that didn't, because it was stretched out. My age plays a factor in that. My genetics plays a factor in that. How much maybe melanin I have in my skin plays a factor in that. How much water I drink, how dehydrated my skin is, all of these things. All of these things that, even getting a lipo burn on necrosis, that plays a factor in it too. So any part of your body that you lipo is going to have sagging skin, and it's going to take how much time before it finally retracts and gets back as much as it could, tightness as it could. But that's why you do radio frequency or cavitation treatments after, whether it's the face, it's the body, wherever. There's different machines that they do for the face, different ones they do on the body that will tighten the skin. That's what that red light, when you do radio frequency massages, is good for, to tighten up the skin. So previously I was telling you guys about I'm going to be doing different things with Dr. Catherine when I go to the Dietary to live, which is radio frequency to tighten up my neck area, some more fat burning on my face, laser hair removal that I want to do on my face as well. So there's going to be a couple things I'm going to be doing, but any procedure you want to get done, you want to research the hell out of it. What is the pros? What is the cons? What is tips and tricks? What is suggested things to do if you're doing chin lipo, which is afterwards get the skin to tighten back up. So let me see what else you guys are saying. Thanks, Nico. What did you have done? It says 3 times surgery fed. A lot of shit. But if you scroll through my feed, you can read on some of my posts all the different rounds I've had or what I've had done. I knew you'll be the one to give me confidence. Thank you so much. And I hate when people are giving you all advice and they never did that shit. Like, how could you speak on a situation when you never even did it your damn self? So you just spreading rumors or spreading information because somebody else said it, right? Because people were saying that same shit about doing this buccal fat removal. Oh, it's gonna make your face look old. Well, bitch, I think I look fucking younger than I look after buccal fat removal. So people talk a lot of shit, guys. They talk a lot of shit, and when you ask them, so did you do this procedure yourself? No. So how the fuck do you know? How do you know? You know because you're only repeating what you keep seeing repeated on the internet, right? What people are saying on Facebook groups or on Instagram or wherever they be finding this information. They just keep repeating what somebody else said. So they have no knowledge, no experience, and they're talking crap. But that's the internet for you. What about Vesa? Doesn't that help? Vesa helps to some degree, but if you have a lot of loose skin, Vesa is not going to help you. Same with J-plasma. J-plasma is also not going to help you if you have areas like, for example, my arm. Look at my arm. Right? See that? J-plasma and Vesa is not going to help that. I will have to get the loose skin removed after I get the lipo done to my arms first. So the lift will be after to remove the loose skin. J-plasma only works for if you have areas with like a little bit of loose skin, not a lot. And J-plasma is not permanent. J-plasma is only, I think they say it lasts something like 3 years or something like that, 3 to 5 years max, if so much. And the way that it was explained is, and it's on my page, if you scroll all the way down, you'll find it. It was explained like, think about a rubber band, an elastic rubber band. If you keep pulling at it, eventually it's going to lose the elasticity. So it's the same thing with J-plasma. The areas that they're plasma on that area, let's say it's your abdomen or your arm or whatever, as you keep using that body part, right, eventually it's going to go back to how it was before. J-plasma is not permanent results. So these doctors are charging $2,500 for J-plasma that's only temporary. At least for me, that's not an investment I'm willing to make. I would prefer just cut off the damn skin, because that's the only way to get it tight, is to cut off the loose skin. Radio frequency or cavitation? Thanks, Rosa. Yeah, so it's two different types of therapy. Cavitation helps burn the fat. So like, let's say you did lipo or whatever and you want to upkeep your results, they would do the cavitation massages, like say on your torso. The radio frequency is the one that has the red light. That one tightens up your skin. So when you're doing massages, not lymphatic massages right after surgery, but the upkeep after your plastic surgery, you can do at one point in the beginning, they can start with radio frequency, and then later on as you heal, they can do cavitation. Usually I think they say like 3 months after you can start cavitation, but in the beginning you can do radio frequency. I did buccal fat removal and it's the best thing ever. Kybella didn't work, that's why I want Shin Lipo now. So my hubby did some well, it's not Kybella, it's another one, another name, but it's like Kybella, Dr. Almonte said. And he did one session of it, and I have noticed that the little bit of chin fat he had down here, it did go down. She said it would take about 90 days to see the full results, but I think he needs another treatment. And then mine, guys, excuse me, I'll be breaking out. I have acne, cystic acne. But mine, if you look here, look, nothing. I could barely pinch the skin. Nothing. Like that enzyme that she used, the little bit of fat I had in the day, that burned that shit away. Like I started seeing the results in about 2 weeks. I started seeing it. Let's see what else you guys see. Watch this damn keyboard. Somebody said, did you do your round 3? So I have not had, well, I guess however you want to look at round 3. Round 3 would be my face surgery. I did that separate. Anyway, the surgery I was going to be doing in April, May, I did not do that as yet, because when I went to the DR with my A1C results, because I did it just before I went to the DR in what do you call it, Quest Diagnostics, it was too high. So I was on the wrong medication, because I am diabetic. Diabetes is very prevalent in my family. My parents and grandparents, they've all had it. I mean, like both sides. So I'm on the correct medication now. So I just tested myself 6 weeks later. Even though they tell you 90 days is when you're supposed to test yourself, I tested myself 6 weeks later. Excuse me, because I wanted to see if it was working, and it is working. So I dropped 1.4 points in 6 weeks. So I'm assuming that come August, it should be on the 6.5, because it was 7.5 from 8.9. So we'll see, but that'll be the next thing. Besides my face stuff and my teeth stuff and whatever, my major surgery will be the next thing. But that would only be after the house is up and running how I want it to be. Then I could say, all right, I could take a week off to have surgery and recuperate before I jump back into the swing of things. Because yes, guys, though you guys who are late that did not join any of the previous lives, I am moving to the DR to live permanently. And I will be at the recovery house practically every day, making sure everything is done as it should be. With curfew, however, I'm gonna have to leave, early, probably before you guys have dinner, to go back to the house, because right now curfew is 6 p.m. and you have to be off the streets by 9, and on the weekends 3 p.m. and off the streets by 6. So I don't know when they're gonna change curfew again and make curfew back how it used to be, which was 9 p.m. and you have until midnight, and 6 p.m. on the weekends you have until 9 p.m. the live. I